What do you mean?
That there's a first movie. That's like, yo, we made movie 1, right? Right? And yo, we made movie 2, and that's the second movie.
I'm not following.
That I didn't know that was the second movie, which is like after the first movie. So like that's the ending that we watched.
Wow.
It was still a really good movie though, so it's not bad.
Does that mean I have to watch the beginning now?
If you want to.
I kind of want to now.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, we gotta get going. So fuck it. You okay? You alive? Breathing?
Yeah.
I like the. Wait, did you bring the orange one last time too?
Orange what?
Gatorade.
No, last time it was yellow.
Yellow, and then we talked about how they fuse them, right? I gotta see this fusion thing.
Yeah, the red and berry. Fruit punch and berry.
Anyway, let's intro it. What episode is this? 86?
86, I think.
Everyone, welcome to episode 86 of It's Not Hentai Yet podcast. We are your normal, usual host. I am Heyzoos. It takes me 3 days to rise. And to my right is the man of many names, Stickers, Josie, Josefo, Hentai Senpai. I'm forgetting the other 75.
75.
Jose, how's it going? How you doing? How you been?
I told you I'm going to my brother's soccer tournament next week, right?
Yeah.
So this morning I was talking to my sister.
When do you leave?
Next Thursday.
Taja's, right? No,
not
North
Taja's.
Carolina. Bro, you got to get some Krispy Kreme when you're out there. I don't know why. There's one down the street, technically. But I feel like if you go to NC, you have to get Krispy Kreme.
Is that where they originate?
I don't know. I just, every time that
You're in NC, you get Krispy Kreme.
I've only been once, and every time I hear of people go to NC, they get Krispy Kreme. And there's literally one, again, by where our friend lives.
Like 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. That was a nice jump kill. Anyways, damn, 1v1.
That should be exciting, though.
For all the marbles. Yeah, no, it's exciting because it's even though we're going to like a soccer tournament. Oh, you saw him. But he saw you. Wow. When you whiff all your shots and you don't
it's
succeed.
a slow sniper. They didn't make it too OP because
Sag. But then so it's gonna be the first time that we as a family go on a quote unquote vacation. Because I told my mom, I'm like, I don't consider it a vacation because it's not like we're going somewhere tropical. It's like we're going somewhere where we can just do whatever we want. Like we're going
for a purpose,
and we're going to be, soccer game every day, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, but at least we're out of the state and we're able to do whatever it is that we want to do.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I was telling my mom, I'm like, I'm considering it our very first vacation. I was also telling her, is it smart to rush like that? I guess so, right? I was telling my mom, because I was talking to them this morning. I'm like, so like, who's all going, right? Because I'm like, right now, does that mean they're here or cleaning it? Is it always like that?
No.
He was just because I opened the door.
Because you opened the door.
It sounds louder. Sag. I was telling my mom, I'm like, so who's all going? Because in my mind, it's mom, dad, Danny, obviously, right? Because he's the soccer star, and me. And we were hesitant because we didn't know if my sister and her boyfriend were going. So my sister this morning was telling me, she's like, no, yeah, like we're going. And I'm like, okay. And then we were looking at Airbnbs that she saved. And like her and I think our, is that going to bother you now? Yeah. Is it going to make that? I don't think it's that. It's still, well, I don't know. Anyways, I was telling, or we're looking at the Airbnbs and my sister were looking at, and my sister and I's tax brackets, I think, are switched. Because she was showing me some Airbnbs, and like the price, the total for us to stay at like all of these Airbnbs was averaging out to like $2,000, right?
For 3 days?
No, we're gonna stay Thursday. We're probably gonna leave Sunday or Monday.
Right? So 4 days.
4 days roughly.
Yeah.
$2,000. And then I'm like, this doesn't, because this is like the room, the Airbnbs that she was showing me are all like $300, $350 a night. And I'm like, fam, like I think one of them was like $400 a night.
Or where was she looking at? Because I've seen Airbnbs like that, and Airbnbs have gotten expensive.
Yeah. So that's what I was, because I was telling my sister, I'm like, we're for, because when she's told me that they was going, I'm like, okay, I'm like, so I guess you and your boyfriend are gonna get a room, and then like I'll get a room with mom, dad, and Danny. And then she's like, what do you mean like get a room? And I'm like, we're gonna stay at the hotel now. And she's like, I thought we were gonna get an Airbnb. And then she showed me the Airbnbs, and I'm like, fam, these are all like $3,500 for like 4 nights. I'm like, the hotels were $100 a night. Like, I'm like, yes, we're going, and like we should.
That's what me and Dre found out when we were going out to LA.
Yeah.
We were gonna try to find like an Airbnb like close to the spot. So,
Nah, dude, they're expensive.
and nah, bro, they were like,
Especially in LA, I bet you they're expensive
dude.
for no fucking reason.
The one that Isaac stayed in,
Yeah.
which had a cool little back house.
Yeah.
But just the back house was like I think he said like 3 or 4 or something, bro. And like I was like, bro, what for the whole place, maybe?
Yeah. And then that's what I was telling. That's what I was telling my sister. I'm like, we're not gonna get an Airbnb because there's just no reason to. And then she just kind of looked at me like, fam, this is probably like a slight bill for you with like your current like income.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, even if it is, I'm not just gonna go and spend $3,000 where I can stay somewhere for like $400, and all I need is like a bed and somewhere to.
Bro,
shit
that's
and
the
shower.
spending mentality, though.
You know, I just need a bed and somewhere to shit and shower. Mainly the shitting part.
I see people who just want to spend at that point.
Nah.
I'm like, I'd rather spend outside of the hotel. This is the same debate that me, Dre, and Isaac had when we were gonna go, right? I was like, bro, I'd rather spend and waste $2,000, right? If I'm gonna waste $2,000 on like experiences instead of
like,
waste.
Hey, like we're gonna go to a museum
Instead of
we're
waste
gonna go to a
$2,000 in a
concert.
hotel that I'm literally just going to sleep in.
Yeah.
Like the fuck?
So I was telling my sister, or I was talking to them
Sleep at the airport. Like,
the biggest thing I wanted to find out about is what car am I gonna rent, right? Because
bro, can my car or no?
No, we're not doing one of those. I'm trying to get a 12-person van.
Okay. I fucks with those.
Because like those huge ones, you know.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to drive one. So I've always bi-curiously wanted to drive like a big
My
ass
uncle's
rig like that.
My uncles offered us when we went to Atlanta a few years ago because they had got one and they had room for all of us, but then with Jess we couldn't, so we were like, "Nah, we'll drive. Y'all got it."
Yeah. So like I was telling my I bi-curiously want to do that, right? And I was telling my sister, I'm like, I need to know how many people are going because I need to know what vehicle I'm purchasing or I'm renting, right? And the only thing is, the thing that I hate about it is like all the rental places that I've looked up, they offer them, but when you go to like book it, it's not available online. So I'm thinking it's one of those where it's like you either have to call or go into the place and be like, hey, like I need a 12-person van, like, you know, for these dates.
Yeah.
So I was going to do that today. I don't think I have enough time to go do that today. So I'm probably going to go, I don't know, next time I either close or whatever.
Yeah.
Or see if I get out of work early, or I'll just probably call and be like, hey, here's the deal. What do I do? So we got that going on. And then, but even that, like the rental's like $1,000. I'm like, that's not bad.
It's not horrible.
Right? Because I'm like, if we would have all flown, it would have been roughly like $1,200, maybe even $1,300. Right. So I guess that's one of the other exciting things that has happened. What else? I think that's pretty much it, dude. What about you? What have you been up to?
I started streaming again.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I was
that.
there.
Yeah, I was there.
I'm trying to do a 30-day streak, which might be in jeopardy today, depending on how long this takes to render.
Oh, is this the first time you've done the 4K? No, you did 4K last time.
Yeah.
How long was it?
No, it wasn't too bad. I'm just saying it depends on how long this is, and then if we do have to take the break, how long that is. Anyway, not the point. But I did a day yesterday, and it wasn't that bad. And people are coming back, and I'm like, oh, I fucks with y'all because y'all fucks with me. It was cool. I don't know. It felt right. I was talking to our friend, Sports Star. Is that what we're calling him here on the pod? Right?
Dude, I don't know. You can call him Jeremy. You can call him Sports Star. You can call him the Sage. You can call him.
Can we call him Alex? Technically.
Alex technically, yeah.
Anyway, no, because you have another friend.
Not a lot of people know that though.
I know.
Not a lot of people know his.
So I was talking to him last night before I started, because I told him, I'm like, yo, I really want to make this content shit work, but I have to like mindlessly send it now, right? Just like all day, every day, like full send it. So I'm trying to do a 30-day streak that's gonna get interrupted by New Year's.
Potentially, if
Well,
anything gets done.
yeah, I mean, but still, like, because I think I have to work that New Year's Eve, right? Wait, when is it?
I think it's Sunday,
Because
or no, I think it's a Friday.
I thought it was gonna get ruined by Christmas Eve, right? Because we're Mexicans, so we celebrate on Christmas Eve, right? But because we go out to my grandma's house in the city, right? But I have to work that Friday, so I won't. I'm not gonna drive the Marrow down to the south side.
I mean, you still could,
I'm not gonna do it.
especially if there's snow already.
Yeah, it'd be so fun.
You should do it. Is this the new COD?
Yeah,
Are we getting it?
I'm probably won't be.
Why?
It's not the game I want to play.
Really? I haven't heard anything about it. Like,
No.
I haven't heard like of the hype or anything like that.
New Year's Eve is on a Friday, right?
I think.
So no, yeah, I just checked. So like, I won't
okay.
be able to stream in the morning because obviously we're gonna go. If there is a plan, we're gonna go out at night, which means then it'll get paused by that. But that's all right. I'll just restart it again in January and go.
Just bring your rig and stream.
Carry a big ass fucking backpack with me
Yeah,
and start shotgunning beers.
dude, I'll hold the camera if you want me to.
No, I'll literally bring everything.
I'm down.
But for those that want to watch me play Apex and lose my mind, / try to get better, twitch.tv/HEYZOOS. I'm trying to stream every night at 7:30 CST.
And
which
then anyone
is
that
8
wants to watch
Eastern.
me, pornhub.com/DLJ 4 inches.
Imagine.
I feel like now I have to create that account.
In case anyone goes.
Now I have to do it. What was it? DLJ 4 inches?
I
Okay,
can't with you.
I'm going to do it.
But anyway, I decided to go back to Twitch just because if I do want to make content a thing, I already have my subscriber button.
Yeah.
So like if people do want to generously drop a sub,
Yes.
it's there.
Did you want to still try? Are you still going to try YouTube or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to alternate, but
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing that once I pick up more traction across the board.
All right. Understood.
I did get my first challenge and then we fucked it because we were in a rank game. Someone came by and was like, "Yo, I'll drop a sub if you win."
Sag.
But then we dropped hot. As we were dropping, he said that, and I was like, "Fuck, this is not gonna work."
Sag.
And it didn't work. But yeah, it felt good to be back. It felt right. I was telling this to our friend. I was like, "Bro, like, fuck."
I mean, it feels once I found out those news about work. I mean, I know it's not similar, right?
No, but yeah.
But once I found out those news about work, yesterday was still a busy fucking crazy day.
But it feels better because you're like,
But
there's like
I'm
a
like-
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I
Yeah.
don't care that I'm struggling right now. I don't care that I'm probably going to stay here another hour after we close. I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. Like I'm like there's finally some good news.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm vibing.
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. What else was I gonna say? Oh, did you? Well, I can't really ask you anything if you're not by the mic.
By the mic now.
Okay.
Bro, the YouTube audience is gonna be freaked out as to why I'm moving so much.
Yeah.
Go on.
There's a monster behind the cameras, and he keeps on trying to swat it away.
It's BBC.
It's the BBC
Anyway, what were you saying?
network. I fucking hate you.
Fucking the British, bro. I can't with them.
Fucking the British?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I don't think I ever have.
Bro, you gotta go to that category.
Oh, I do the fake taxi. That's British,
Yeah.
right? He's a British guy.
Yeah.
Because they call him a cheeky bastard.
Speaking of
And then let me see your knickers.
hold on, time out. What was your question? I have a comment after about British.
What was I gonna say?
Okay, fuck it. My question then.
Did you buy anything pretty cool for Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
Not really.
Okay.
Did you?
I bought a hydro flask.
I bought a blanket actually.
I bought a hydro flask. I bought one for me and for my brother because he's been bitching that he wants one.
Yeah,
Or
they're
he's
pretty cool.
Been bitching that he's wanted
Yeah.
one, and they were on sale yesterday for Cyber Monday.
Do you remember those blankets from high school that had like the little like
Frilly things at the end.
yeah?
Yeah.
I wanted those ones since high school, right?
Really?
And I had a couple people tell me like, "Yo, I'll make you one. I'll make you one." Right?
Yeah. Everyone keeps on saying.
And they never did. So you know what? I looked up one and I bought a king size one
Nice.
to just overkill it.
My ex told me, and this is also probably why I'm hoarding my high school shirts.
Yeah.
My ex told me that there's a website where you can send your old shirts, like those high school shirts,
To get like,
and then they'll make it into one of those blankets.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like all my track shirts.
No, I got
all
like
my
a cool fluffy stitch blanket.
cross country shirts, all that other bullshit.
You're gonna make it into one?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, supposedly. So I haven't found the website. Plus, it's kind of awkward to just be like, hey, I know you just got married and shit, but like, can you send me the website that you told me about like 6 years ago?
Yeah.
And then be like, by the way, thanks for the invite to the wedding. Right? What's your comment?
British. Oh, so it's more of a question.
Yeah.
British accent or Australian accent?
British accent.
Australian accent, dude.
Just because I can't go against Top Gear.
Oh, fuck Top Gear, dude.
No, dude. Top Gear. Although I do watch.
I stumbled upon Australian Instagram like a year and a half ago, maybe 2.
Nah, dude.
It's undefeated, dude.
Watch.
Undefeated.
I keep sending you, or I sent you a couple times this Australian car YouTube.
Undefeated.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, I like
ASMR.
I like their shit, right?
Yeah, me too.
But I think I like British more, just because like I don't know, they say shit differently, and to me it sounds intriguing.
The Australian one has a little like spice to it.
Mainly because
I feel like British accent has like a weird, just like mundane, like we're sad all the time.
I don't know, because like so for the YouTube channel I'm talking about, the Australian one is Mighty Car Mods, and they say a lot of like their car stuff like still in English, right? Like the trunk, the hood, the this, the that. Whereas like example for in Top Gear, right? They'll talk about like I don't know, like the bonnet or something like that, like some stupid shit. Like they'll say, like certain things about the car like differently than we do here in the States. And I'm just like,
I'm talking about the accent, not the words though.
I mean, British.
Damn, that's crazy.
I blame.
I'm not trying to change you, but yeah.
I blame Fake Taxi for that.
All right. We've come full circle.
Yeah, full Fake Taxi, bro.
Do you have any other news?
Um,
Again, I've just been streaming and then this, so there's the movie and then the anime. I was gonna ask you which one you wanted to do first because this time around. Because it's
let's do the movie first,
okay.
Then because I don't want to do it out of order.
No,
plus
yeah.
The movie wasn't like it was long,
yeah,
but it wasn't like too much to talk about.
No, there wasn't,
and that's why I wanted to. Well, let's hear intro the movie and then I'll talk about
for this week's or this episode's
why I
movie,
liked it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah. For this episode's movie review, we're reviewing Violet Evergarden, the movie, which
apparently is the second movie, not the first.
I literally found out while I was watching it because I was like, yo, like, why are we like getting all this info of like the future, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Because like I had just watched the episode 2 days ago, and I was like, dude, what? And then so like I looked it up, and they were like, yo, like it's a light novel. Nice. Oh, so I can give you details, right? It's based off of a light novel that came out in like 2014, 2015.
Oh, nice.
2014, 2015. It has an anime series that's coming out on Netflix. It's only season 1 at the moment. That only covers like a little bit of it. And then they made 2 movies, and I didn't know before I obviously told us to watch it that it was the second movie. Oh, so we get everything past like season like 2 or whatever it's gonna be. Anyway, thoughts, comments, concerns on the movie.
3 long, dude. 3 long, 5 minutes.
Yes, this movie was almost 2.5 hours long. It was like 2:15.
My thing is, it's like a lot of it was just like drawn out, right?
But I liked it.
It was
weird.
It was good, but like there were some parts where I was like, okay, do we really need all this information?
I loved all of it. I just hated how long it was, but I loved all of it.
Yeah, there was. Damn, I was gonna screenshot it and save it. There was something like all around the like hour and 13 mark that I was like, I'm gonna save this so I can like bring it up in the pod.
Hour 13?
Yeah, I remember.
What was happening?
I don't remember.
Anyway, for those that don't know, Violet Evergarden is based off of the story of these like handful, because there's multiple people, of ex-military personnel that are trying to live out life post-war, and we get introduced to Violet. Violet, I forgot the redhead's name. What's his name? I just know him as President now. I just know him as
Prez too.
Yeah, I just know him as Prez now. I have his name down, but I don't want to look at it. Anyway, Violet, President, and their friend Gilbert, who they're trying to find in this part of the movie, or this second movie, and Gilbert's brother, it's like Diteford or some douchebag. I call him douchebag just because he was a dick. to his brother for a bit. But then he ended up being a good guy. So I don't know. But anyway, um,
Maybe it wasn't this.
I liked the movie because they tried to figure out life, and then I love the message that like, at least in this movie, the girl that was 100 years in the future was trying to like
Figure out the past.
yeah through all
because her mom
through all the
grandma,
letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I liked how like 40 minutes into the movie, when Violet was writing the letters for the kid, she was like, I wrote a letter for a lady for her daughter for her birthday, and then she tied it all together.
And she was like, "Oh, and she's still receiving those letters."
Yeah,
and
and I was like,
"Oh, so like this is
this
grandma's time."
Yeah, but we follow Violet's journey. It's like she was like a weapon, right? She was like a killing machine as like
Which
a
I'm
kid.
assuming that's the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I think that would still be a pretty good movie to watch though, regardless.
And then I heard in the rest of the episodes, you find out more about that too.
About her being a weapon?
Yeah. And like you see more of the flashbacks.
Yeah. I mean, from the movie, or we'll talk more about the episode, right? But like the one thing in the episode where she was like, they were saying in the episode that she's like a cold-hearted person or whatever. And I'm like, what? But like in the movie, she was chill. And then when she was in the room with that lady or whatever, and she was like, my parents died when I was young, so I never knew them. Therefore, I don't need replacements for them. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like they're just trying to be nice to you. When
Gilbert's brother was like, she was like, oh, I know how people feel, because she literally writes
what they feel, I guess.
No, but then when she was writing the notes for Eurus, the kid in the hospital, she was like, I don't know if I can do that, because for those that don't know, she writes letters across the board, because in this period in time they barely had cell phones, or not cell phones, but telephone lines. So they communicate through letters. Yeah. And she writes letters for people that are dying. Not all the time, but she I guess she's the one that they send her, that people ask for. And she was writing it for the kid, right? And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's worse, being a nurse or that. I'm not trying to compare them, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, to capture people's last moments versus to see them like that's both fucked up. Well, dude.
I think
I couldn't do either of those. Like, shout out to y'all.
I think in both situations you're capturing the last moments.
Yeah, literally. And I don't know. No.
One of the things that I always told,
so it's not really like a versus, it's more of like those are two things I would never want to do.
Yeah, one of the things I told my girlfriend, one of the things I told my sister, because my girlfriend's trying to be a nurse, is like, are you sure you want to do this, right? And she's like, why? And I'm like, and more my girlfriend, right? I'm like, if you do bedside, right, which is what a lot of people do, because there's just so much, there's an abundance of jobs for that, and like there's always a hospital, right? There's always hospitals, and they're always hiring, right? Especially more now, right?
Yeah.
But I was telling her, I'm like think about it. I'm like, you are probably going to be the last person that a person sees before they die.
Fuck, that dude couldn't do it.
And like they can be like, oh, I want my kids here. The thing is like, you can call like the kids and be like, hey, you know what? Like your father, your mother, your whatever.
But on the off chance that they go before the people get there, dude.
I'm pretty sure 85% of the time they go before anyone ever gets there.
That's what happened to my grandpa.
And that's what
just one of my uncles was there.
Yeah.
So he just like walked into the room.
But like my thing is like, that's one of the things I'm just like, bro, like think about it. Like you see people crying out for
somebody.
For example, if a kid is going before their parents, right?
Yeah.
99% of the time they're going to be crying for their parents, right? Crying out for their parents, like asking for them to be there, right? And you know they're not going to be there in time, and you see them till the end, right? Like I'll never forget, for me, when I was doing my rotations for pharmacy school, we were like rounding in the ICU with the doctors, because they were like, they told us, they're like, hey, this is one of the things that you could do as a pharmacist. So like you have to be there with the ICU team, which looking back, I would have wanted to be an ICU pharmacist, because like, yes, you deal with like a lot of like the super rare shit that leads them to be in ICU, right? But you deal with like probably like 10, 15 patients, depending on like what unit you go to. And then like that's it, right?
Like a year?
No, like a day, right? And like
okay.
a lot of times you follow up on the same people
Yeah.
because a lot of times they're in the ICU because they need all this critical attention, right? Um, and
I
it's pretty
couldn't,
cool,
bro.
right? But like the doctors, the residents, everyone's pretty chill, right?
I think medicine's the coolest shit, but I
Uh,
couldn't do it just because of like seeing people die.
Yeah. No, I mean that's why I'm in like retail, right?
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
one of the reasons why, like when you guys asked me, like, oh, why didn't you go into like hospital, right? Is because of this reason. When I was at the ICU, we were rounding, and then like they
Someone
usually round in front of like the room, and they present the patient to like the attending,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, I see like 3 nurses run into the room that we were right in front of,
Nope.
and then one of the nurses was like,
Nope.
grabbed the resident that was in charge of that, and they went in, and then they just closed the blinds, and I'm just like, what the heck? And then the attending was like, all right, he like went in to see if they needed him, and then he's like, all right, he's like, they have that under control, like let's go on to the next one. And I'm just like, what do you mean let's go on to the next one? Like if we can help, we can go in and help. Because like there's like 5 or 6 residents, and then it was me and the pharmacist and the attending, so there's like 8-9 people there that we can go in and help, right? But he's like, no, like it's taken care of or whatever. Literally 5 minutes later, I just see people come in, and then like 2 minutes later, they walk out with a stretcher, and the stretcher's covered with a white blanket.
I can't, dude. Nope.
And I'm just like,
nope.
And then the thing is like before this all happened, we were in front of the room for a while, and I saw that she was like having a lot of trouble breathing, like really, and she was already like intubated, like all that shit, right? That's the shit where I'm like, I don't want to see people on their last,
like moments, dude.
Like it's just like, bro, like this person can't even breathe on their own.
Yeah.
At that point, we're just keeping them alive because some selfish, son, daughter, significant other,
whatever the reason.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was like, and I told them, I'm like, do you guys, because I'm like, I saw it once and that was it. And then the pharmacist I was with was like, hey, like, don't worry about it. You don't really see it that many times because like we're usually in the basement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, you know what? Fuck a gang, right? That's some gang shit. But like I told like my girlfriend in particular, because she's seen already like 4 people pass, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it. And like the last one really like messed her up. Right.
Yeah, because the guy, right?
Yeah, and
she just told me about it.
Yeah, and I had to go pick her up from work because she was that messed up, right? And like obviously I didn't tell her at the time, but like afterwards, when she was like okay and like it's okay to talk about it, I'm like, are you okay with doing this? Because it's like this is just gonna keep on happening. It's not gonna go away. Like people are gonna die. That's why I think being either would have been bad.
No, yeah,
right?
I was just saying I didn't want to necessarily compare. I was just saying like.
No, like
the fact that she captured or tried to capture his last thoughts to his family and write the notes for him.
But the thing is
crazy to me, bro. I'm like,
with the dolls, you can choose to write their last moments, right?
Yeah.
Because Eurus even asked her, like, hey, are you up for it?
Yeah.
But
the fact that she said yes is nuts, is what I'm saying. Like, even like the idea that I'm in charge of capturing what you want to tell your family as your last kind of thoughts for them, right?
But what I'm saying is like for Eurus, like, or for the dolls, you can pick or choose if you want to. Whereas, like, for example, for a nurse, like you got to do it. That's part of the part of the gig,
job. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, we find again. It's weird that we watched it backwards. Huh?
That was a tangent. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's slightly relevant. So this whole movie is based off of she's getting better at becoming more human because she was literally like a robot, right? And she's writing these letters and she's understanding people and she can interpret their words they say and find out what they really mean, right? Because because Juris said some things that he wanted to write on the note and she was like, oh, like you actually mean this, and he was like, oh yeah.
And then he's like, and he even told her too. He's like, I'm not really good at this, and she's like, well, I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, and then they end up. Plot twist, they end up finding Gilbert alive somewhere on some island. He's an island boy. Anyway, they go find him. I forgot President's name. I feel bad.
Prez.
But Prez and Violet go find him. I love the scenes in this movie. They did the art, the lighting really well. Like when she first saw him and was like, oh, I guess I'm skipping. But when Prez was talking to Gilbert and it was like dark and gloomy and they were like, bro, like like where you been? We've been looking for you. Like Violet's been looking for you, and then his brother came back and same story. I love the art and everything about this. I almost like this story a little bit better than like Your Lie and
Yeah.
and like Your Name and all like the popular ones.
Yeah.
Like this was like she like even started breaking down and she was like, I know what I love you means and I wanted to let you know that I love you. And I was like, what? I just found it crazy how he was also messed up. I had completely forgot that he was also missing limbs and like an eye and stuff.
Yo, in the movie where like the arm fell off,
Dude,
I was like, what the fuck is this movie? I thought this was a love movie.
for real. Uh, any dislikes, any likes, anything?
I just didn't like that it was too long, but I mean, it wasn't like it was something that was bad. Like
Yeah.
it was too long, but I think it was just right.
Okay.
Right? Like it could have been maybe like 5-10 minutes shorter, right?
Any
but
like
I think
specific details?
I think that other than that was it. I think the way they did the storyline was pretty good. I think Gilbert finding his way. I think Violet getting closure and being like, why didn't you come look for me? I was like,
And he was like, bro, I just wanted to be at peace. Like I'm trying to figure life out.
well, I mean, it made sense for him because he's like, I think he knew that at that point she had feelings for him.
Yeah.
And he obviously had feelings for her, and he knew that if he kept her there, they would both die.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I need to be a dick because of the way I saw it is like her brain was more like, I'm gonna take orders without thinking for myself.
Yeah. Which you should never do.
Yeah. Which like he was like, I have to be a dick and order her to leave, otherwise she is going to die. Right. And I think that's another reason too why he was like, you know, you need to GTFO. I can't, with good faith, keep you around.
He thought he made her life worse because she lost arms. She turned into a killing machine. She had no emotions. She wasn't even human.
But she just wanted to be loved. She wanted to know what love was.
Yeah.
But
Bro, body pillows. I'm sorry.
Did I send y'all the shit on Reddit? The future of sex?
Yeah, I haven't clicked on it yet.
That's what love is.
Oh shit, I'll look at it after this.
I'll show you right now.
What else did I like?
Fuck body pillows.
Let me see. Oh, is it the robots? Oh my god, it's the full like body things.
Yeah, they look pretty real too. There's some that vibrate too.
Bro, this is so much, dude. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yo, who made all this?
China. It looks like.
I guess.
I'm about to buy one directly from China, dude. Can you imagine?
Where are you gonna put it?
Can you imagine opening up that box at what's it called?
Because those look like not like life size, but
Like pretty big.
yeah.
I mean, the ones where it's like ass, right? Like bent over ass. Like it looks like it could just be like
It looks like she's like 5'2".
the cutout section, right?
Yeah.
Which is perfect for me, bro.
I can't with you.
I'm borderline like watching like midget porn, dude.
I really like this movie. Back to the movie.
Oh, hold on, wait. I didn't see this. What the fuck?
Yeah, what? Okay, sure it.
I was clearly also perusing before coming here.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking at the best in this category.
Proud of you. What was I saying? Movie's really good. I recommend. I also probably recommend watching the first one, which we didn't do. We are probably going to review it for the next episode or episode after that.
I'm down.
But this movie by itself, again, without having the first part of it, right, is still really good.
Yep.
Which is weird to me, right? That like, yo, this standalone movie, as a standalone movie, is still really good.
Yep.
I like how all the characters are trying to figure life out. They're all like trying to develop their character and stuff. I did like the story of how Iris was hating on the telephone when it was first being a thing. She was like, yo, just letters, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it's kind of like the internet now where people are hating on the internet, or were at least.
People were hating on the internet when dial-up was around, dude.
And I'm like, bro, like, it's so much easier.
Hey, bro, Bino said it best. Because of the internet.
Oh, I was like, well, I'm like, what did Bino say?
Bino said because of the internet.
You want to review the episode?
We got time? Or
I don't know. He hasn't come downstairs yet.
okay, because it sounded like Mans was here.
Yeah. All right.
Real quick.
We'll zoom through things.
Some of these what is it called? Descriptions? No.
Titles?
I guess titles, right? For these pictures. Fuck me raw and bust a nut, then dip home before your girl realizes you're not at work. And it's ass.
Bro, you're horny, dude.
You want to talk about that real quick?
Do you want to?
Nah.
I'm down.
But I am down bad.
I can tell. Have you and Shady not had alone time?
Nah. It's been a minute. Dude, I told her at some point, I was like, yo, fuck it, behind a dumpster at this point. I don't care.
Just take the sub.
Sub's never around.
Anyway, our first episode review for this week is going to be Violet Evergarden, the anime, which starts you from the beginning of the anime, of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in the movie review, it is a light novel, or it's based off of a light novel that was, real quick, come on, hello, phone, hello, check 1, check 2. It was made by, oh, you would not believe her name. Kana, I'll let you read it. I think.
Kana? The Akatsuki?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking criminals. Anyway, and it was
I wonder
illustrated by
if the
Akiku
editor-
Takase.
Oh, it was illustrated by Itachi.
Imagine. But anyway.
And directed by Daidara. Only to be mass produced by Sasori.
What about what's her face? The paper chick.
Oh,
I forget her name every time. She's just a paper chick.
Nah, dude, we can't forget about her though. She was like,
I don't know, dude.
I forget her name.
Me too. Anyway,
paper chick.
First episode of Violet Evergarden. I'm in immediately.
Yeah,
I'm in immediately.
it's good.
It starts off.
I like that the same voice actors are in the anime and the movie. Also, the captain, he's done a bunch of other animes. The captain voiceover.
Oh, I haven't.
I don't know what he's done, but his
I'm
voice,
bad with VAs and who's
But-
who.
As soon as I heard his voice, because he's the deep voice, right?
Mm,
He's
yeah,
the deep voice, and I'm like,
I've heard this before.
I'm like, this is like the father figure in like literally every anime I've ever
Yeah.
watched, right? Or like the wise elder.
Mm.
I'm a IMDb it.
So we get the very first scene is we get Violet in the hospital trying to write a letter, and she's struggling. We obviously know that something's wrong with her arms because they're super bandaged. We don't find out till later that she has her like biomechanical arms or something, because she can control each finger individually. I don't know how, but she can. And we get introduced to what's his name, bro? President? Where is it? Oh, Hodgins. Colonel Hodgins. We get introduced to Hodgins. And he's picking her up at the hospital and like I guess telling her like, yo, like the war's over. I guess that we're in this war.
Takehito Koyasu. He's done.
Is the
he's
VA
done
for
shit.
Hodgins?
Yeah, he's done shit.
Got it.
It's just your
Perfect timing, actually.
Your Wi-Fi's trash.
Yeah. They're talking about Major Gilbert Gilberto.
Oh, he's Dio from JoJo.
Oh, he's also
Takahashi Ryosuke from Initial D. He's the older brother.
See?
You want to know who else he is?
Oh.
Zeke from Attack on Titan.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you, this voice actor, this VA,
he's the MVP. The real MVP?
He's the hand demon too from
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
No.
Like with the hand guy. Or
yeah.
Whatever. Dude, I'm trying to see what other ones you watched.
What else do we get? So Hodgins, or I'm gonna call him President, is talking to Violet as she's in the hospital, telling her like, the war's over and I gotta take you out. And she's asking for Gilbert, and he's like, yo,
this is an order from Gilbert.
We gotta take you back. So then he takes her to Gilbert's family's house, right?
Yeah.
With his mom, and then they give her the last name Evergarden because that's his mom's last name. That's how I understood it. And anyway, that's a big ass also mansion, like estates that they live in.
I don't know who else he is.
Who?
I'm telling you, this VA he's Kuzan
from
One Piece.
No shot.
Apparently, dude. I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube now.
That makes sense a little bit, I guess.
I'm telling you, he's like the wise.
I'll put a picture of him here.
Yeah,
and then I'll put a picture of all the dudes you just mentioned as you mentioned them. But anyway, When they get to the Evergarden house, they try to give her some food, and she tries to pick up a coffee cup, right? And then it burns her, and she's like, "Oh, like I don't feel the heat."
Yeah,
and then
she like fucking took off the gloves.
She took off the gloves, and she has like I forgot what she calls them, but they're like bionic hands where she can control each finger individually.
She's like aluminum something bionic,
like silver, like it's crazy. She can control each metal finger individually, but I don't know how that works because her entire arm fell off. As we're going through the first episode, we get like flashbacks, and in one of them, she's like bloodied, and her arms just falls off. So Hodgins is Kuzan. I hear it. I immediately hear it.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I immediately hear him yelling at Gilbert.
Like, where were you? I'm telling you, dude. As soon as he spoke, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I've heard this before.
Like,
yeah,
this guy sounds so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess it took me this long, right, to look it up. He's also Gyoro. Is that the fighter from One Punch?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry. It's just
what else happens in the anime?
like no homo, dude. That's a nice, sexy voice. If I could like be reincarnated and have anyone's voice,
It'd be his.
oh, bro, I only want to learn it when we got to that part in One Piece where we saw the admiral. I was like, dude, that voice. Right, because it's just so deep, and it's just like you see someone, you hear that, and you're like, "Yo, this motherfucker's stoic as hell," you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure who's. Hold on, I'm like trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out who he is in One Piece or in One Punch, because apparently he's also apparently in. I don't know. Anyways, I would have his voice. I would be reincarnated, and I would ask to have his voice.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, sorry. I just no homo, horny for that voice.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
You know.
Anyway, you want to continue on the episode review?
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Where did you leave off?
I'm not sure. You just rambled about a guy's voice for 5 minutes.
Dude, no, you said she was dropped off at Gilbert's family's whatever, right?
Yep.
And then from there, I mean,
she revealed her arms, and they're metal, they're silver.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she didn't want to be there, so then she like runs out and she goes to Prez and she's like, "Hey, like I don't want to be here. I want to be like I'm still useful."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And again, the same like I get like Winter Soldier kind of vibes.
Yeah,
it's like
same.
I'm still a soldier. Like give me some time to train, and I will still be useful to fight.
And then that's all she wants to do throughout the
just
episode.
fight,
She's just
right?
fight.
So then the Prez was like, you know what? Like come over to the post office.
Don't work for us.
Don't call me lieutenant or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
just call me president,
or call me by my name.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we're gonna give you a job. And then this is where like her like following orders to the end is where it's like it's like shown. He's like, oh, like hang out with this person. They're going to teach you how to work.
And that's all she does is just like
work. The guy was like, guy or girl? I low key, I don't know, because
he was a guy.
In the movie, he was wearing heels when they was running to the hospital.
The blonde dude?
Yeah, was wearing heels.
Maybe he's wearing heels.
Huh?
You do know that heel started as a guy's thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
But
still that time.
But then, well, yeah, I mean, it gave me like 1800 vibes.
Yeah, which I don't know how you go from we barely have we just barely have telephones, but we can make robotic arms that you can individually control.
I
like
didn't
what?
understand. I was like a little cyborg.
What?
I was waiting for it to turn into a cannon and just be
like an Iron Man. Like, okay, I fucks with it.
Yeah, all right, Tony Stark,
Ironheart,
Violet Stark. But
that's where Tony's mom went after she got killed by a Winter Soldier.
Oh, bro, yeah, 100%.
Thoughts, bro. 100%. Come on, bro. MCU. Multiverse. This is the other multiverse. This is the other multiverse.
I was about to say Doctor Strange saw this universe and he's like, nope, not touching it.
No.
But anyways, the man takes advantage of her and he's like, oh, like sort out the mail, and he's like, don't worry, we have a giant stack of mail. We can come back and do this tomorrow.
Bro, she cranks it.
And she cranks it. And then he's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even take a break? And she's like,
no.
I'm used to long hours. It's fine. Not a problem.
And then she interprets when he says, "Yo, we have to deliver it."
Yeah.
As we have to deliver it now.
Which is funny too, because then like Perez is like going back from the bank, like going home, and then he's like, dang, like there's a post office or mailing company that's delivering out this late.
And then he's like, yo, I wonder if we can do that.
He's like, it wouldn't be me. My company can't even handle that. And then the cart turns around and he sees his company's initials. And then like it like cuts to a scene where like one of the, I guess, receivers of the mail was like, what? This wasn't even scheduled to be delivered till tomorrow.
And then he was just trying to explain to her like, yo, like
you need a break.
It's okay to relax.
Yeah. And then like that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
right?
that was pretty much it. Yeah. I was pretty much done.
Yeah.
You were just deep throating a guy's voice, so I was like, yo, you gotta relax.
Yo, nah, dude. His voice,
I do agree his voice is
right
perfect
iconic.
for VAing.
It's like Jiraiya's voice or the Jiraiya VA.
Do you, now that we're talking about this, because the episode's pretty much over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't remember anything else happening after that.
No, we just get the flashback of what happened to her arms.
Yeah.
And her arms literally just plop on the ground. I was like, what the
Yeah. I think it's rated TV 14, TBH.
Yeah, and the movie's PG.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I saw movies rated PG, and then I think I saw that one of the reasons was like
just gore.
Gore.
That's it. But I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a different voice in Spanish than in English?
Like,
does your voice sound different?
Nah.
Mine does.
I try not to. TBH, I used to work really, really hard on keeping the same tone when I speak in English and when I speak in Spanish.
Mine's way more happy-go-lucky in Spanish.
Just because when I speak it in Spanish, before I would have like a random accent that I'm like, dude, this isn't like a Mexican accent. This isn't like anything. This is just like, yo, this man listens to banda 24/7, and that's the accent that he has.
Wait, how do you have a banda accent?
I don't know, dude.
Can you bring it back?
No.
Why not?
Because I worked so hard to get rid of it.
Damn it, bro. You know how vibey that would have been?
But
a banda accent when you speak Spanish?
When I speak it in Spanish, it's it went from emulating Eugenio Derbez, my Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Talking like Eugenio Derbez to my banda accent.
Cabrón.
To my, like now it's the same. Yeah. No, I work really hard on it, mainly because like I think for me it's because I do a lot of like Spanglish in between, right? So for me it's like the way I saw it is like I can't have two different forms of talking when I'm talking in Spanglish. Like it's not going to be like English I'm talking like the way I'm talking now, and then like Spanish you go like 2 octaves higher, because like for whatever reason everyone goes 2 octaves higher when you speak Spanish. Because
it's so much more like vibey.
Yeah. You use more helium when you're speaking Spanish.
Yes.
But yeah, do you I mean, you already said you have a different one. But yeah, no, I don't. And
I'm telling my Japanese as I'm getting like a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's slightly deeper than my English.
No, 100%. Whenever
and I'm trying not to, right? I'm trying to be like the fucking ooh girl.
No.
I can't.
So my friend, I wish he was still here. But
I'm like, I can't pronounce the fucking word in a regular tone. I have to like I can't say arigato like that without literally forcing myself.
No, I hear
arigato.
I hear, you know, I
think I hate it.
I think the reason why is because I jizz over like the deep voice.
So you just send it,
right? Like for example, like arigato, right? Like I think of like Sakuna saying it, right? Like arigato, you know, just like
I hate you so much.
Like the whole like gambare. Like it's always deep. It's always
like
deep
you can't go gambare. You just can't. It just doesn't work.
like oni-chan. No, it's like oni-chan.
I hate you.
Oi.
Oh
like all that shit. Like,
like I don't know why, but my voice just like it's easier to speak it if I just lower it.
I know 100% why, and I blame. I
blame anime.
No, I was trying. No. I don't blame anime at all. I blame my college roommate Javi. Right. I wish he was still in Illinois.
Yeah.
Right. He's over in like Boston area doing great things. Right. Homies is like one of the best students I've ever met, one of the best like medical students, everything. Like this man's a genius, right?
No.
And he's not anything short of the word, right? But this guy's fucking brilliant with everything, right? Everything that he does, he's brilliant. Even like saying like what he would do is like we would watch Naruto every week, right? Because this is when weekly episodes, right? Mm-hmm. He would purposely like just say stupid random ass like Japanese phrases. He would say them so fluently. in a deep voice that you would like literally he would say shit and you're just like a man's just recited Shakespeare in fucking Japanese and it's just beautiful.
Okay.
But he would always say it in like the deep.
Yeah.
And that's why for me I'm always like, damn, bro, if I ever get fluent with Japanese, that's how I'm gonna say it, right? I'm gonna be in the middle of my fucking pharmacy. Japanese person's gonna come up and they're gonna be struggling with English, and I'll be like, "Oi, oi, oi, arigato gozaimasu."
I can't with you, dude. I can't with you.
And they're just gonna be like, "Damn, like this
You
guy's
get your
trying to
ass
help me
beat
with
one
his
day.
prescription, or this man's trying to like fucking destroy the entire world, and figure out the original Titan over here."
I'm telling you, I can't.
Oi, oi, oi. 1739 refilled cost.
I can't with you.
Perfect time to pause. But anyways,
Do you watch any other anime?
nah, this week has been kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Saturday I worked by myself,
Congrats.
essentially. So I got home. We went out and we had Chevis. Or no, that was Sunday, right? Sunday we had Chevis, right? Or was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, no, Saturday I got out. We went
Chevis.
straight, had Chevis. I found out that apparently servers think that you're going to get drunk off of 4 Coronas.
No, he said.
No, because even before I bought all of us a round of Coronas, he asked me if I was driving.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but
Yeah. No, because he asked me, he's like, how are you getting home? And I pointed at you.
yeah, but that's but that's post you ordering the 4. Yeah, it was.
Not for all of us.
No, because he said, "Yo, if he literally said because if my manager sees 7 Coronas on one tab,
maybe.
he's gonna say something."
And I was going to tell
But
him.
I was like, "Yo, not all 7 were for him.
And I was going to
2 of those were for me. One of them was for him. Then he only drank 4,
Yeah. And I was going to tell him too. I'm like, hey, like,
and it's only 4.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Mangoes or what?
Are we there? Oh, you didn't watch One Piece?
So episode 1000?
Yeah. No, 1001.
No, I didn't watch it.
You crazy.
I'm sorry.
You absolutely crazy.
What happened? You want to talk about it next episode, or you want to talk about it now?
No, we can talk about it next episode, but it was good.
It
Yeah.
was.
They're doing a lot of like full panel, like I guess close-ups of the gang,
Yeah.
and dude, they're like in 4K,
Oh yeah.
and it's just
No, yeah,
like,
they're turning up
it's
for
just like-
Wano. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of the other animes. I'm like semi deep into slime.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Slime and
Where you at with that?
like episode 6 or 7.
Oh, bruh,
I said semi deep.
bruh.
And then I'm semi deep into
You finished Finna, right?
No
Aqua
Game, No
Finna?
Life. Yeah, I'm done with Finna.
Yeah. How do you
I'm-
like No Game No Life so far?
It's fantastic,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
I
highly
like
addicted.
the art that it's all like
really like
I don't want to say K-pop, but very very bubbly like animation.
Yeah, like Miami Vice, like blue, like
Yeah,
that blue
yeah.
pink, like
Yeah.
neon.
Yeah,
is that a word? Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
No, yeah. I mean, in One Piece, where did they end up? The Luffy Drake alliance. Where
Oh yeah. When
and I
he's
was
like,
gonna,
yo,
I was gonna ask you if you watched it because Queen. So they're interrogating him. I'll talk about it real quick. Right?
yeah,
They're interrogating it. They're interrogating Drake because they find out that he's the spy.
yeah.
And then Queen calls him DS Drake.
DS.
DS Drake 10
Oh.
because of the X.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, I'm like, have we just been calling him 10 Drake or X Drake because we've been thinking about it like with like the I guess English brain, but maybe he's also like Spanish, like Doflamingo was giving me hard Spain vibes, right?
No, yeah. That's. I
Um,
mean, his family name is Don Quixote.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, maybe Drake is also like Spanish vibes
DS Drake.
because Queen calls him DS Drake.
Oh, I would have to go watch the episode because I don't think that
Maybe
was the
that's
case in the manga.
Maybe that's the 13-minute mark that I was thinking of.
Maybe check it.
But anyways, he jumps off. They take down like the one of the numbers each,
Yeah.
and then Drake was like, "Luffy, let me join your crew for this fight."
Because I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Yeah, 100%. He knew he was right, but he says that like Luffy,
Yeah.
let me join your alliance, or let me join the fight along you for this fight,
Yeah.
or something like bullshit like that. So that's pretty much all that happened, really.
Okay, I'll watch it and then we can talk about it more in depth
Mm-hmm.
because I'm curious now too. Because if he is Because again, I just been calling him X Drake because I think everyone's been calling him X Drake.
Everyone has been calling him X Drake, but I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the 13 mark that I was talking about, and he calls him DS Drake. But anyways,
DS Drake.
yo, we gotta talk about One Piece last. By the way,
Yeah, 100%.
there's a reason why I wore this.
I mean I think that's just Hawkins.
So is Hawkins Spanish?
Probably.
But when that happened, I was like, "Well, hold on, what?"
Yeah.
Because you were saying before Luffy's Brazilian, right? Or based off of like
Brazilian, like, yeah, that's why the guy who's playing him in live action, I think is, if he's not from Brazil, he's
Spanish
somewhere. Yeah.
Anyways, that was pretty much all that happened. But yeah, we gotta talk about One Piece last because that shit was, oh, dude, Galaxy IQ up the fucking ass.
Boku no Hero,
Boku no Hero,
chapter 335,
335.
titled Zygote's Not on Break. We're getting it next week. We're getting all 3 next week.
Titled Zygote. That's the title.
I think so.
Zygote.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look at the title. Let's go straight into it, dude. I'm horny for that guy's voice, and I'm horny for the action.
Nothing much happened actually. It was just like super slice of life. They were like talking about how Shigaraki took the quirk from what's her face and it was destroying all the quirks and they were buying time and we got to see everyone.
Yeah.
We actually got to see all the league people and we got to see all the class 1A people.
Can we talk about Shoto's
arm being massive?
Jack off arm, dude.
That's literally what I wrote down. I was like, yo, why is his left hand or whichever hand he was holding was like Endeavor's arm?
Literally like fucking like
body.
double the size.
Yeah.
Is that his ice side though?
I don't know.
Because I can see him beefing up because he's good with his fire, right? Mm-hmm. I can see him either, or maybe it's vice versa, right?
But wouldn't the ice
beef up one of them?
Yeah, but like, wouldn't the ice hand be smaller because like the cold would slow down like your molecules in your body? I don't know if that's what it would.
I mean, my nuts shrink in the cold.
That's what I'm saying. So like your arm, so like his arm would shrink, and like the fire side would be massive.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I think that was a mistake on the drawing.
His arm was just fucking. Do you think it was a mistake in the artwork?
That or they were trying to do it for memes.
Oh, dude, I hope it was for the memes.
Me too.
Where is it?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's all I saw.
That's fucking huge.
Nothing much happened besides.
Yeah, they told All Might that they were training.
Yeah, besides All Might was like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, they're growing up now.
Yeah, like they told All Might like, hey, we've been training. It's just you. Whenever you come back, you're here for like a minute, and then
then dip.
Deku hasn't been here, so Deku doesn't know that we've been training. And then the original All for One was like, yes, like we're finally fusing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe shit's about to hit the fan, right? He's fusing. He's feeling his anger. And then there was something else that he said. There were like 3 things that he said. But let me go to it. Yeah, Shigaraki just doesn't. Oh, do you think this is the you? Because he was like, oh, like unlike you, I have friends to spare, right? Is this who's this?
A lot of people were saying how that's the Class 1A invisible chick.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So she a traitor?
Hold on. So that's the thing. Everyone was like, yo, like the traitor's finally fully revealed because I don't know if you remember, but like
they knew where they were going to be like attacking. They knew like everything.
Yeah. And so there was a traitor and everyone's saying that it's officially confirmed that it's her. I thought it was for like a split second. I thought that he was able to control
her.
I thought he was able to control Stars and Stripes power for a second, a New Order, and he did like the air thing. That's what I thought for a second, and I was like, oh no, the invisible chick.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, yo, it's the invisible chick. Yeah. And then she's the traitor. My plot twist would be, what if that's his daughter, like his own genetic, like some weird way he had an actual daughter.
Did he ever have kids? Oh, I'm like, did we ever discuss, or did we ever find out if he had kids?
Or she just older, like cosplaying in high school to like find Deku, and he always knew it was going to be Deku or something.
I don't know, but
because that's the thing. Because like, if he did send her to like infiltrate, he would have had to have known that Deku was going to get All for One. but there's no way to know that Deku was going to get all for one
unless
he set it up.
Well, that or unless he sent her to UA
To find
because she knew that All Might was going to be a teacher. Because I think like way back in the beginning of this, they announced that All Might was going to be a teacher for this year.
But that was after Deku got in.
Oh, it was after Deku got in?
Yeah.
I thought it was before Deku got in.
It was right around the time that he gave him the quirk. It wasn't like a pre...
Hey, bro. That's like 25 years ago. So, like, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, yeah. Unless I'm wrong, but... If he planned this all out and she's a traitor and she's either like...
She is a traitor. She has to be.
If she's older, but like, since you can't see her, like, you can't tell, right? Or she's his daughter, that would be bananas, dude. That would be bananas.
They to me it would make perfect shonen sense, right? That you have someone that's close to you be your traitor.
True. Oh yeah, duh.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. So yeah.
That's it, right? It was a pretty slow chapter.
Yeah. It was pretty slow until the very end where I'm like, okay, time out. Does this mean? And I'm like, I'm just gonna interpret it as yes, this means it. This is it.
With that being said, One Piece?
You mean spicy piece?
Chapter 1033 titled Shimotsuki Kozabaro. Look. No break.
There is a lot of internal talk no jutsu.
But it was like crazy talk no jutsu.
Bro.
It was crazy.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up because
first we get
I gotta reread it.
First we get Queen talking about Sanji being a Lunarian, which we get
Sanji
confirmed.
being a Lunarian or King being a Lunarian?
I
think he was saying King is.
Oh, well,
That's the way I took
That's what
it.
I'm saying. Like,
no, that's the way I took it because he was talking. He's like, oh, you were just talking to Zoro. There's no way in hell he's gonna beat King because he himself is a last remnant Lunarian.
Oh, true.
Because Sanji was like, because he was like hyping up the Lunarians that they're never gonna lose, that they're like, indestructible and like all this shit. And then Sanji was
their
like,
instinct.
If they're so indestructible,
why is
he the last one? And then how Queen said, if you want to find that out, read a fucking history book.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it.
No, yeah,
and
okay.
It makes sense because
you're right, my bad.
When we found out about Lunarians, they can use heat or fire, right?
Yeah.
Which that would make sense why he's like a bird man.
Is Luffy one then?
You were the one that told me that the only way he was able to use Red Hawk is because he's a Lunarian.
No,
not because of like the friction.
No, I said the friction.
No, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that told me that there's rumors or there's.
Oh yeah, I mean there's rumors,
that his mom is a Lunarian.
Yeah, but
that's why
like,
Dragon.
My thing is, I think it's because of the friction at the moment still, until otherwise stated.
I think right, Big Brain Oda.
Yeah,
is going to introduce the concept of Lunarians being able to use fire, and then reveal to us
that Luffy and his mom
1,000 chapters later,
that
Luffy was able to use Red Hawk because he's a Lunarian.
That would make sense, but I'm saying, I know something Oda would do, but at the same time, are you going to make Sanji a Lunarian too? Because he can use fire too.
He could be.
That's what I'm saying. So you just make everyone Lunarians.
I think Sanji might be a genetically modified Lunarian, you're a normal human being, but because of that would explain why he unlocked his powers after he wore the suit.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's always been a little bit of Lunarian, especially if Queen is saying that Lunarians are indestructible.
Yeah,
that would explain why Homie got slashed by Queen's big ass blade.
Well, that got explained because he was modified by his dad.
Yeah,
so that
already got explained.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's like he got modified to like activate them or he got modified to be able to use them.
Who knows? But to me, Queen was explaining King being a Lunarian, the way I took it, right? And then we just got a bunch of fighting, King v Zoro.
Yeah.
And then Enma just like activated by itself out of nowhere. And then that's where Zoro goes
on a trip
rabbit hole, bro.
On a rabbit hole, dude. I've never seen this man think so much.
Honestly, no, dude. I like this. I like this.
Me too.
And I like that it was Zoro that uncovered it, right?
Mhm.
Himself, right? So he's because his blades are flying off, right? And he's going to grab him one at a time. And every single time that he's grabbing a blade,
He like
he's
goes
getting
through
like a flashback of something, right?
Yep.
So he starts with was it Watto or the key
the curse sword.
the curse sword, right?
Yeah, I forgot
So-
I forgot the name of it. And then he gets the Wado.
He goes
Second.
in he goes back
Yeah.
to the grandpa, right? Well, I guess he goes back to what's his face? Momo getting yelled at, right? For using Sunachi.
Yeah.
Right? And Momo's like, oh, like I was told I can't use Sunachi because it's like slang for something bad. And then Zoro's like, well, I never used it. I just
Mhm.
told you that the elder that was in my village would tell me about it because it unleashes your power, right? And then like it's just like I saw them like the wheels finally turning of them trying to piece everything together, right?
Of Zoro trying to piece everything together.
Zoro's like
Even though when you like literally just read the thing,
Yeah.
like it's obvious.
But Zoro trying to piece everything back together, right?
Yeah.
And how he's like, oh, like, you know, Momo says that it's only a Wano word, right?
Yeah.
And then he's going back to like the dojo and how like the dojo they told him like, hey, you know, it's like someone asking him like, you know, like the kids are like, hey, we've heard a rumor that you used to be a samurai. And then Zoro asked him too, like, hey, I heard a rumor that you used to be a samurai. And then Zoro was like, or the elder was like, don't say that because if you keep saying that, like the Navy's gonna invade the village, right? And then they like I'm skipping around everywhere, right? Because I don't remember.
You're actually not skipping around. You're literally describing every single line in the chapter.
I just because it's good. But like,
Look, so hold on. I got you. Because you're literally just going through the chapter exactly
yeah,
line
that's
for
fine.
line.
That's fine.
So Zoro starts piecing together as he picks up his swords
Yes.
that, hey, the guy who was the grandfather,
Oh, dude, you missed. Oh, you missed what? Sorry.
the guy who was the grandfather to Kuina,
Yep.
right, was a
Was one
samurai from
from
Wano named, what's his face?
the name of the title
Yeah.
or the name of the chapter? Sorry.
Yes.
Um,
Shimutsuki Akozubaru, right?
And he pieces it together because of the long-nosed guy. He's like, you already have one of the swords
that was forged by him.
that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, and Enma was also forged by him, right?
Which he said that Enma's the best sword that he forged.
Yeah, dude.
And then he was
hold on.
like,
I'm gonna wait till we get there. But
I mean,
no.
I'm just trying to get us there because you're like,
Yeah.
you're literally like,
But he said this sword was forged by that guy, and then Enma was also forged by that same guy.
yeah.
And then he quickly talked to him. So he grabs the sword from the sensei.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to grab the cursed sword. And then he talks about how cursed swords aren't really cursed.
They're just really
They're
strong.
they're really strong. Like
Yeah.
and he's like, yo, blades are built to kill people.
Yeah.
And if you fear a sword, that means that sword is really good at its job.
Yeah.
And it should be feared.
Yeah.
So instead of him saying it's a cursed sword, he says cursed swords are really OP.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the cursed sword, right?
And then he grabs Enma.
Then he grabs Enma, and then it flashes back to the elder saying, because he gives them the two swords to practice or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, this is all I can do. He's like, the greatest sword that I ever built. I named it after the guardian of
the
hell.
demon. Yeah.
The demon that guards hell
The
itself.
demon
Enma. And then it's Zoro holding on to it, right? And then that's when Zoro's like,
He stands up.
He's like, fam. He like galaxy IQs everything, right? And then
Which I don't know why at this moment in juncture when he's getting his ass beat.
No, because this is his power up. This is his power up.
No, you know,
Him-
no. Yes, I get that this is his power up. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I don't know why at this moment
Because he's a cocky motherfucker.
of all moments of getting his ass beat by King, he's like, yo,
It's life flashing before his eyes.
it's all making sense to me now.
It's life flashing before his eyes.
Not when he told me in the shack.
No, dude, it's life flashing before his eyes. But my whole
100
thing is,
chapters ago, he told me this exact name, and it would have made sense then. But no.
he's just holding it, and he's like thinking back to like
I love Zoro.
he's thinking back to how Odin was
Just used
always
it casually.
exuding like the freaking hockey, and then that's when he was like, I bet. I guess the sword chose me to challenge me to be
Yeah.
a better swordsman. And then it just flashes way back to like page 1 of the fucking series. And it's like, you want to be the greatest swordsman. It makes sense because I'm going to be king of pirates.
Yeah. And then King asks him that, and then they talk about it. He's like, yeah, like, I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, hey, Luffy's going to be the king of the pirates. I'm going to be the greatest swordsman and his best friend.
Yeah.
And then it ends.
Boom.
And I was like, fucking
dude,
Zoro, dude.
I was horny.
I was too.
I was horny for a good like 5 minutes, and then I took a shower.
I think
and then I cranked it.
I think he keeps Enma now.
He keeps that, and I told you it would make sense
I just
for
hate
him
it.
to keep Shisui, but this chapter
It says Enma.
staples. These are the 3 swords he keeps until the end.
No,
Well, the cursed sword maybe
he's gonna lose the curse sword.
But then you have to replace it with another cursed sword.
Sushi, bro.
Is Shisui cursed?
I don't know, but I just don't. If he is related, right, to
Ryuma,
or right, if it's like
Or the
if it's
grandpa?
his line, right?
if he's related to the elder, then that would
No,
mean,
no, because then that would
that would
make
mean
him
he's-
cousins
yeah.
with what's her face.
and you wouldn't just abandon your nephew. I don't
That's what I'm
think.
saying. That's what
Right.
I think he's related to like that line of Ryuma, the
I
the
think-
other dude, and then him, right?
I think Ryuma
Or somebody
is-
else and then him, right?
I think Ryuma is his ancestry. I agree.
If that is the case, it would make no sense for him to leave Sushui back in Wano. It's okay if he returns it after the series, right? Imagine at the end of the series, as like all like the Straw Hats are going back to like their own little places. If he goes back to Wano and then hands it back to Wano, right? He's like, "Yo, like I became the greatest swordsman. Here's the sword."
Here's what I think would happen.
Right. But if he's not related, then he doesn't need Sushi. But if he is related, right,
Yeah.
it makes no sense to not give him the sword.
I think, because you were saying that the Straw Hats parallel Roger's crew, right?
Yeah, and then they all go back.
I think that's what happens. I think they get to Laugh Tale, right?
They become the greatest.
And they become the greatest. They do that for like a couple of years, and then they're like, you know what? We had a hell of a run.
Luffy dies.
Peace out. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Luffy dies. I think Luffy does a final trip around the Grand Line.
And he drops
And he
everybody
drops
off.
everyone off.
Yeah.
And then Zoro gets dropped off in Wano
Yeah.
because that's where he belongs.
Yeah.
And I don't think he gives back the sword, but he's also like, hey, you know what? I'm going to stay here because this is
Where he belongs.
technically where I belong.
Yeah. I mean, we'll
know?
see exactly how that ends up, but I do agree that, he's definitely
Yeah.
on our last go around to go back,
Yeah.
right? I think he will drop the sword off.
Yeah.
I think he'll drop both swords off.
Yeah,
If he does
Enma-
keep both,
Enma and Shisui.
I think
can
he'll be
see
like,
that.
hey, Momo, it's your dad's sword. I know I did the things with it, but here you go. And then here's Wano. Again, if he does keep it, which I think
he
he should
only
keep
keeps Wado. The Wado.
it. Yeah, because it's his. Well, technically it's his, right?
Yeah.
And
Unless he returns all of them.
no, because
Because
that's
just finds a swordsman to make him three new.
no, because I
swords.
think that's his. I think at the end, if Oda's crazy enough to give us like a 100 years in the future, right? And we see like all their graves, I think the Wado is going to be the one in.
like the staple
Yeah, you know how like
for Ace, it was like his two little swords.
yeah,
or
and then,
guns or whatever.
yeah,
and
and
his
then
hat.
and then Whitebeard had the big ass halberd.
staff thing.
Yeah, I think his will be the Wado.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Do you think the Straw Hat retires with Luffy, or does he then pass it on to like?
No, I think it retires because if it doesn't, I think
because
I think
he
the
would
Straw
technically
Hat
be
has
Joy Boy, right?
yeah. I think the Straw Hat has a purpose, and if you don't retire it with Luffy, then you can continue the series. And I don't think Oda wants to continue the series.
I think the Straw Hat is the embodiment of Joy Boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
So I think if Luffy truly is Joy Boy, then it's over.
hmm
Then the Straw Hat has no significance because we found out who Joy Boy really is. Unless you start playing with like bullshit like they do in Boruto, where it's like, well, Joy Boy can be reincarnated,
No,
right? So
I think Oda went back and said like, "Yo, I'd rather fake deaths than bring people back."
really.
Yeah, I think he. There was like an article somewhere where he said like, "Yo, I don't like bringing people back because that's like a plot. That's like a plot device that just like, yo, I suck at storytelling, so I'm gonna bring people back."
Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't say all that. I'm adding words to it.
But he like
But he
beat
pretty much
around the bush. By
yeah, he was
yeah.
like, "Yo, I don't like bringing people back,"
yeah.
and some people have a problem with it because he fakes a lot of deaths. But I'm like, until they're pronounced dead and I see the tombstone, I don't believe them to be dead. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is only Ace has died in the entire series
And Whitebeard,
and Whitebeard.
yeah,
That's it. Damn.
because
2 deaths in 1,000 chapters.
because they brought back the bird guy from Alabasta,
Yeah.
right?
Which I was kind of upset, but I was like, he doesn't really play anything in the plot, so them bringing him back really doesn't change anything.
No, did you hear why they did it?
Why?
Because that chapter or that episode came out right around 9/11.
Oh, okay.
And allegedly, this is what I heard, that they had to change it because, obviously,
They were thinking it was he was
crashed into a
portraying as,
pillar.
like,
Yeah,
like a suicide bomber kind of thing.
Yeah, because he crashed into a pillar. So they were like, "Yo, we got to change it." That's what I heard over the internet, allegedly, that they brought him back because of that.
Because of the internet.
Because they were like, "Yo, he crashed into a building, it blew up," and
I forget that One Piece is that old.
yeah. But
When they did the flashback in the chapter of like Luffy, like I'm like, dude, what is this artwork? Fucking like shit ass
they
artwork.
literally took the artwork from the chapter instead of
Yeah.
just redoing it.
I'm like, y'all could have just redone it, but hey, fuck it. Oda,
No,
you do you.
Yeah. I'm liking it.
Dude, I'm
liking both series right now. Like even My Hero, right? Like it's just a little slower paced. But I think Wano's in a different spot where like Wano's just gonna deliver.
Oh, it's full gas.
It's just delivering. And My Hero, it delivered for literally maybe 15 chapters.
I've had a hard on for One Piece since Su Long form.
Which we just got in the anime.
Yeah, which has been like 30 or 35
More.
chapters
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
I've had a hard on for fucking One Piece since then.
Oh yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
What?
What? I hate you. I'm gonna listen to it. You know, I literally have to edit this and listen to it twice before I post it.
It's good. It's good. Damn, he's prestige 3 already.
I don't know what that means anymore.
Dude, I've only prestiged once
Tell me
in
about
my
it.
entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I used to prestige all the time when I was younger.
Damn.
Anything else? Anything else?
Senor, that's all I have.
Yeah, my bad. I was trying to hurry this episode up because I don't know when this dude's coming here, and he's not here yet. I just checked the cameras and he's not here.
Really? Mans doesn't show up.
Fuck it.
Fast forwarded the episode for no reason.
I know. Apologies.
Unless you would just want to like talk random shit.
You want to?
I mean, I don't really have much random shit to talk about.
Fuck me neither. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna just incriminate myself real quick. I don't know if it's the ash finally working, or I don't know if it's the weight loss that allows the ash to work more, right? Because like I said, these jeans used to not fit me.
Yeah.
And it's not like a workout plan. It's literally just me not eating.
You want to talk about how you were horny earlier?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's run it.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
All right.
I don't know if it's the ash in combination of my weight loss.
Yeah.
Because I'm like pharmacy IQing it, right? I'm like, because I have less body fat, that means unless if the ashwagandha is fat soluble, right? Or like whatever, right? I'm like, whatever reason, I'm like, maybe the weight loss means that the ash works more in my body. I've been horny for like a minute, dude.
No, you have.
Like, horny for me.
No, like you don't. I'm going to keep this part in, but viewers and listeners, I don't think you guys or girls understand how horny this man's been for like maybe like a month now. Maybe a little longer, but I'm going to go with the month. Just be nice.
What do you mean?
Like,
With like the shit I'm sending you guys?
Bro, it's
horny, dude.
horny. I'm like, bro, relax.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's the ash. I don't know if it's the stress from work.
A combination.
It's just like, bro, like it's fucking go time, dude. Like I've been adding or I've been following so many more like
on Twitter?
On Twitter, like random pages. Like if I see someone either getting like fucking dick down or just like ass twerking on like their timeline, follow. Dude.
Follow.
You know?
Ludes, follow.
And I'm just like, I'm fucking full sending, dude. I don't know, but I've been.
What are those sweater shirts?
Sweater shirts?
You know what I'm talking about?
Snuggies?
I don't know. Is that what they're called?
Sweater shirts?
It's like sweaters.
Okay.
I'm thinking of sweater dresses. My bad.
Oh. Do you want me to wear one?
No, if you see that on the timeline, follow.
Sundresses?
No, sweater dresses.
Oh.
It's a sweater, right?
But they're so long that it's a dress?
I don't know if you've seen those.
No, not really.
Shit! I'm gonna try to find some on the timeline now that it's getting colder out. And
send it to me, dude.
Yes.
I'll probably follow.
You will, dude.
Yeah.
That's like.
But it's just lately, dude. It's just
how some people like Sundresses?
Yeah.
I like sweater dresses.
That's crazy. I just like ass, dude.
Which only operate actually in the winter because you can't wear those like in Miami.
No, dude.
It's like hot.
Just ass. Straight ass, dude.
I can tell you're wilding out. You know something that I've noticed about you?
What?
Your taste is widening.
What do you mean?
Like you're sending stuff that you normally don't send.
Like what?
The types of women you're sending.
Explain.
There's a lot more color in your.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot more.
Yeah,
And I'm
dude.
like, I don't know, Josie, to be fair, you know.
Oh no, dude. It's the most recent one I sent. Like it was just glistening in the sun, and I'm just like, fuck, bro.
I can't with you.
I'm like, fuck.
I can't with you.
I need a little bit of pigment in my life.
Yeah, I've been telling you this for years.
Like, fuck, bro.
I've been telling you this for years, bro.
Just become my drinking fountain, if you know what I'm saying.
Like a faucet, you're just like.
Like, fuck, bro. No, when I got to that one, I was just like, fuck, man.
I can't.
Gotta send it to the bros.
I can't with you.
Just because I know I'm new to the pigment, right?
Yeah.
But y'all been knowing, so that's why I'm like, I gotta send it. I gotta send it.
Life's different. You know, just trying to help you out.
I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, bro. Like I was just like, fuck, bro. Like, god damn.
Gee, you're horny, dude.
We've been saying this.
I can't with you.
Anyways,
Uh,
I did this the first 100 likes or whatever. Trash, dude.
I bet.
I unsubbed right away.
Again, I just don't know why you expect crazy things for people that don't promote crazy things.
Because that's what OnlyFans is for. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I'd understand, right, if she was like literally promoting like gangbangs, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like you probably see something a little minor than that, right?
Gangbangs, dude. Fuck.
But they're literally just posting pics. That's why I don't sub to OFs.
Because it's just pics?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I'm like, I can see the pics online.
I am starting to get to the point where I'm just like, I'm just not gonna.
And then more recently, I'm not even that horny anymore.
No, dude.
Well, I am, but not.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with me. But I'm just like, I'm back to being like 14, 15 years old.
You're more like outgoing horny. I'm more closet horny. Where I'm like, if I had a girlfriend the way you did, bro, we'd be going rounds on rounds on rounds on rounds day by like
Rounds on rounds.
like our fucking rabbit, dude, just going, right? I don't have the energy to be like, yo, you know?
What is this?
Game mode? I think he's spectating. Oh yeah, he's spectating.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, Dr. Lupo.
you're more outwardly horny than I am.
More hourly?
No, more like like
outward horny.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just
Look,
like I don't got the energy for all that.
I've been telling you I'm okay with okaying sexuality.
Yeah, me too. No, hold on. I tell
So
people
that's
to
why-
promote it. I'm
that's
like,
why-
yo, go ahead.
That's why I think I'm like uber horny, dude.
Also, next episode, I'm fixing these.
Oh, I thought they were going to say next episode we're talking about your horniness.
No, I mean we can, but again, I'm more of like a one girl type of dude. I don't have the energy for like multiple. I don't know how people do it.
You're making it seem like I'm out here fucking like 25
No,
bitches.
no, but again, look, in my belief, and I've talked to you about this, if you took the proper time to be single in your life,
Yeah.
you would be
Dude, I would have had like 5 STDs already.
or 17 kids.
Probably both.
Exactly is my point,
Most likely both.
right? By 18 women.
By 18 women, bro.
I don't know how that math works out, but it works. But what I'm saying,
Two of them have half kids, I guess.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Figure it out.
That's crazy.
Figure it out. What was it? What were we talking about?
Horny.
I'm more of like a dude. Like, let me just find one other person to be really horny with, and let's be really horny together. It's kind of like the one thing where like, hey, like I just want to be alone with somebody, right? Like it don't matter if we do anything, but like the opposite. We're like, yo, let's just like go to town, right?
Let me test the waters.
Like I can literally probably go like 4 or 5 rounds a day right now. If I had the whole day off, right?
4 to 5.
Yeah.
Dude, with the amount of horny that I'm at right now, I could probably go like 15.
Yeah, but
Like, no
how long
cap.
are we going per round? That's the question.
Dude, you said it. You said it earlier. We're going rabbit fuck.
Yeah, but I can do the rabbit fuck for like an hour and a half. I have crazy stamina. Is what I'm saying.
I don't even know. And I've never had.
I have insane stamina, and I hate it.
I've never gone to someone and just
post first nut though, because the first nut's always dodgy.
I've never been like, hey, you ever like beat it before sex just so that you last longer? So the first nut really isn't the first nut?
I used to when I first started, doing the heathenry things.
The heathenry things.
But then I realized I'm like, yo, like the first nut could be just foreplay, and you can foreplay until the second nut's ready.
Okay.
Right? If the first one fucks you up, which it has for me, right? Where I'm like, damn, bro, that was only like
15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, right?
I usually go 45.
But then you foreplay and then you please her until you ready to go.
I've been getting into the foreplay.
It's the greatest tool known to man.
Mainly because, and this is probably me being like,
older?
No, not older.
Wiser?
Being
horny?
Being horny, right? Yes, but being selfish.
Okay,
I guess is I get off by knowing I'm pleasing her. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With the foreplay.
Oh yeah.
In my head, it's like, damn, I'm doing this, and it's not even my penis.
I mean, your penis don't really do anything anyway.
True.
She gets more clitoral. Most women get more clitoral orgasm than anything. And when I found that out, I'm like, sweet, I don't got to stress about all the insides. Fuck.
Maybe it's because I'm finally realizing that my 4 inches doesn't do much, and I gotta do it with all foreplay.
4 and 4. Do you have a third 4?
I give her the 4 for 4.
You give them 4 for 4. I can't. You give the 4 for. I was like, do you have another 4? No.
4 rounds.
There we go. Josie the 4 for 4. That's your new nickname, the 4 for 4, bro. Shit. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I forgot how we were talking about this or what exactly we were talking about, but
My horniness level.
I've learned that, hey, you can do so much more than just
Pounding, jackhammer.
exactly to make it one easier on you to last longer.
Yeah.
To then be able to do more.
That's another thing too. Like with the foreplay,
It's
right?
great. 10
I've
out of 10.
noticed my one nut equals her like 9 or whatever,
Especially if you do it right.
Yeah. And it's like,
Just
I'd
going.
rather her bust like 9, 10, 15 times, whatever,
Whatever.
to my one nut.
And boom.
Right.
But you got to control.
Because I've noticed too, like when the girls get into it, right?
It's over.
And it's their like 7th nut or whatever, right? With you just like clitoral stimulation or foreplay or whatever, right?
Or everything, yeah.
It gets to the point where they get so fucking horny that they're like, just give me the dick, right? That they start doing some shit that you're just like,
Yeah.
it's paying off.
And that's the point you want to get to before you even put it in.
My ROI with foreplay is 200%, bro.
1,000. Bro, the stonks
The
on
stonks.
foreplay are going up. I'm going to put a little stonks thing right here. I'm going to find the best fucking stonk thing, like the little graph. I'm going to put it right here.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Stonks.
My level of horniness has like
Increased?
obviously, well, yes, increased, but also like when we actually do get to act on the horny, right?
Yeah.
Has caused me to realize that my ROI is better with foreplay than just whipping out my dick hard and being like, all right, it's going in.
See, look, I'm more of like the educational horny where I want to tell people like, hey, there's better ways to do this, and the sex you're having is probably pretty shit because there's definitely like more things you can do while like in the act to make it infinitely better for everybody.
I wanted to ask God's gift if his girlfriend does more like sexual stuff, right? Because she's like a sex doctor, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him like if she has like a YouTube channel or like where she posts
should.
most of her sex.
It's just an IG.
Because she even hosts classes too,
Yeah.
right? And I think, and this is probably like the mature thing, right?
Oh,
The
she
mature,
probably puts it on him like crazy, bro.
yeah, this is the mature Josie thing, right? But like in order to have a happy relationship, right? Sex has to be one of the things. It doesn't have to be like amazing, right? But it has to be like you understand each other, right? And I think if you understand each other, it becomes amazing, right?
But the issue is most people don't understand themselves.
Most people don't want to talk. I think most people don't. I think it's easier to talk about penis, right? Because you can just like beat it, you can suck it, you can.
It's simple,
Pretty
dude.
much that's it.
It's
right?
it's literally simple.
And you get the nut, right?
That's it.
Where it's like with girls, how many times in high school did we ever joke about like, bro can't even find a G spot, right? Or homie can't even figure out where the clitoris is.
I'm like, you don't even know either, and you have it. No kidding.
But like, it's like shit like that where it's I'm like, teach me about the clitoris. Then.
Yeah, but most women don't.
And that's
know
why
their
I wanted
stuff.
to ask, God's gift, if his girlfriend, because I know she does classes. Because
Yeah.
I know when they first started dating, he would send us some of like her promoting videos.
Yeah.
Right. For these classes, and
I'd
it's
go
like,
just to chat and like learn stuff.
oh no, 100% I would go to just learn. I wouldn't go as like a
Horny
my thing is,
bastard.
I don't want. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go in there as a horny bastard, or like some fucking like pervert, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to go and genuinely be like, hey, I am here because I want to know how women feel pleasure.
Yeah.
And then I want to pleasure a woman properly, right? The whole ego of like, oh, bro, if I have 9 inches that can fit in her, oh, she's gonna be busting like crazy. It's like
Did I ever tell you the story?
they've always said size really doesn't matter. So
Can I tell you a story?
lay it on me. I
There
got
was-
nowhere else to go other than go to Sam's.
There was a guy at my school that had like a 13 incher, and
Ooh.
I don't know. This was right before I got there.
Oh. I'm like, is it who I'm thinking it is?
No. I had never met the kid, but I guess it was confirmed because he was hanging out with a bunch of some girls that I'm not going to mention who they are, right? Because I don't know, right? But I guess one of them asked me, "Yo, whip it out," because they wanted evidence, right? So, dude, I guess there was other dudes in the room, and they were like, I guess they stayed too. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, if someone has a 13-inch cock, I'd want to see it too.
Anyway, dude,
For science.
for science.
No, I'm dead serious.
No,
this,
hold
this
on.
is for science.
Hold on. So, dude, whatever, and it was like it was up there, flaccid, and then
Up there flaccid?
it was up there. It wasn't 13, but it was up there, and then
Can you imagine 11 inches flaccid, dude?
it was close, and then one of the
That's
girls
like-
was like went to town.
That's like here.
Dude, literally, that's literally like my thigh. I think the dude's here. But anyway, we'll be quick. But one of them tried it, and she's like, "Yo,
She tried it in front of all the
it didn't
girls?
feel good." But from what I hear, a lot of women just like the idea of like there's so much in there.
Because they're masochists.
I guess I don't know, but I was like, bro, like that don't even look like it fits.
Anyways.
But it was confirmed by at least someone RL, right?
That's
that
crazy.
like yo, that shit
That
don't
shit
even
was-
feel good. It's just like
I mean, even
it's just
porn-
the idea of it, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know what I would do with 13.
I think even
dude.
Mia Khalifa, like went on the record and was like, yeah, big dicks really ain't it.
A lot of porn stars do.
Like, hey,
I-
like 12-inch dicks really aren't
I watched
fun.
a podcast by a director. I don't think has ever done it, but she directs a lot of it, and she brings a lot of them on. And literally, a lot of them like, yo, like after a certain size, bro, like you can't do much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's tragic. Like I don't know. Again, mine's not massive. Like I don't have double digits, right?
I mean, everyone knows I'm 4 inches. 4 for 4, dude. Call
But
me-
I'm like, bro,
call me
I think I'm in
Wendy.
a good spot where I'm like like I'm not small, I'm not massive. I don't know. I don't know what I would do with like
I got
knee length.
Dave's hot and fresh meat.
I hate you, dude.
I hate that I worked at Wendy's, so I know all the freaking.
Yes,
like,
I hate you.
you know what it's? Oh, I got Dave's hot and juicy.
Oh, holy
Because
shit.
that's what they would call the single. Dave's
Yeah.
hot and juicy single.
I know. I remember. That's fucked. I don't know. I don't know how we got into the topic, but
Talking about my horniness, we talked about dicks. I don't know. And we talked about her pleasure.
yeah.
I think male ego has to get evolved to the point. And I'll
Yeah,
say this, and
dude.
then I'll we'll end since the guy's
Yeah.
here. But I think male ego has to evolve to the point where it's like it's not just about my nut. It really is about her nut because
But then when
her-
you learn that her nut
transitions
make
into
you-
my better nut,
changes your fucking life, dude.
bro.
Changes your life.
And
It's
on that
fucking
note,
nuts, dude.
anyone that's younger that doesn't know about it, just
Educate
read up.
yourself.
Yeah, read up
School.
about it.
There is a good show actually right now
Uh,
called Sex Education.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see y'all later.